Guys, welcome to another Guess The Elo episode. So what I decided to do, so we did one Guess The Elo on stream. I won't be posting that because I actually want to fix new things. So what I'm gonna do, I'll record this episode because I had some games left. But if you guys want to see me guess your Elo based on your games, please come to my live streams on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We'll try to do some of those pretty soon. So submit your games and let's start. So the first game my viewer was playing, I guess, with white pieces. So let's check the game out. C5, knight f3, knight c6, yes, c3. So c3 is an interesting theoretical move. So basically the idea is to take the center. e5, alright, bishop c4, now d5 square is kind of weak. h6, not to allow g5. You know, black are playing passive. I don't like e5, I don't like h6. Alright, knight f6, e4 takes, and takes. So there is some e5 move which I kind of like more than actually taking on d4, because here there is a room for mistake. Because here, unless black play d5, which is the main move and not many beginners would play it, then you know, if knight e4, just like a complete disaster because of bishop d5, black are almost lost. So it's very important. But alright, knight d4, I really like white's position anyways, because it looks like, I mean, they just got a huge advantage. The main point here is that basically white control the center here. Basically crucial e5, d5, d4, e4. And you know, they have no troubles by developing this, and just placing their pieces in the center. Knight c3, I really like the way white play. 3, yeah, rook d1. Bishop d5, I mean, not like the best move, but alright, so I'll take it. Bishop b7, and now you decided to take on d6. And we get into the endgame where, I mean, still it's a lot better for white, but black theoretically have some chances to draw the game. Rook c8, rook d1, rook c2, rook d2, fine, rook c8, rook c2. This is actually a draw. Like, this is actually a draw unless black do some major mistake. You know, it's a draw. King f2, king f3, king d4, king c5, king d6, king c7, b3, takes, king b7, yes, a3. Alright. So first of all, there should be a way, and now, yeah, unfortunately, still though computer thinks not anymore. Alright, apparently king should have gone all the way back. And you know why it is a draw, guys? Basically, the point is, if let's say white had this bishop, light squared bishop, and black had let's say dark bishop, then it probably would have been winning. But now it is a draw. You know why? Because basically, let's say push. Alright, let me not show this line. Alright, wait, not this one. King c8, king b6, king b8, right? And let's say a6, king a8. And now let's say, let's theoretically say white wanna create a pass pawn on basically here on king side. The point is, let's say this. Alright, the idea is very simple. So bishop b1 this, bishop c2, king f4 this, let's say g4, takes, this h4, this h5, you might ask. Alright, I mean, white have two pass pawns now, but the point is, guys, king g5, this, king f6, this, h6, this, king g7, this, h7. Now we can just sack this bishop for the pawn, and after king h7, king b7, this is just a draw, since this bishop is the same color, not the same color as this a8 square, and white can't do anything, and it would have been just a draw. Alright, king d5, black allowed this to happen. Now a6, a7, a8 comes with promotion. Yep, bishop g1, a6, and unfortunately for black, they lost the game. I would say it's around 1500 Elo. I mean, white played, an awesome game. for white, I would say there might be on the 1700 level, but player with black is like maybe 1400, 1500. So let me type my guess here so you can actually see it. So I would say it's around 1550 game. I hope I'm right, because you know, it was a great game. I mean, from white pieces, I mean, black could have found the draw, but they didn't. I just didn't like some moves, so I would say it's like 1550. I would be surprised if it's low, and I would be very surprised if it's like above, let's say 1700, but let's check it out. Alright, I a bit underestimated, you know, white pieces. 1703, that's a solid rating. Yeah, as I said, I mean, white deserved like, you know, 1800 level. But I just couldn't believe black. I mean, it's still a very complicated ending to play, so anyone can lose that. But yeah, 1703, I'm off by like 150, which is, I can't say it's like bad, but I was like somewhere close and at the same time kind of too far. So now, I mean, of course I didn't guess the right way, but let's jump to the next one. Alright, my viewers playing with black pieces, e4, e5, knight f3, d6, Philidor defense. I mean, I would rather prefer knight c6, but that's fine. Alright, bishop c4 is not the main move, but it's still playable. The main move is of course d4. Bishop e7, alright, bishop e7. It's kind of weird move. Castle, bishop g4, knight c3. I just don't like the way the position is being played. Like, it's Philidor defense, like, you know, you should take the center right away. You know, black even allowed too many chances here to play d4, and, I mean, now, of course, bishop g4 is a threat. But, alright, I just don't like the way. In black so far, I mean, they create threats, white are doing nothing, so I would say it's... I didn't guess last game because okay, let's continue. It's definitely below 2000, so that's the only thing I can tell. d4, c6. I mean, black are playing very solid, good game so far. You know, they basically put the knight to the center, play c6, very solid, trying to push d5 obviously. Takes, b5. Alright, b5, I'm not too sure about b5. I would rather play d5 here. Let's say takes, bishop d6, even though maybe there are some bishop g5 troubles. Yeah, maybe d5 is not the best, because you kind of allow this hand in center to be, and there still, like, you gotta protect d5. If you play bishop b6, there's bishop g5, but there's pressure on d5, so I kind of agree. b5, queen c7, takes. Yeah, and this is kind of like b5. Look, it just looks weird, and the pawn structure looks weird. Now white have some pressure here. 5 takes, rook e8. Oh, and bishop c5. No way, bishop c5 and rook e5 happened. Oh my goodness. But I mean, yeah, so the idea is also that after d4 there is rook e5, and it's like pin here. It's cute, right? No piece can be taken because there's basically a pin on d-file, so gotta be very careful. Rook e5, rook f6, takes, but of course there is like nothing white can do to initiate. Alright, actually you allowed him some chances like this. So rook f1 here wins on the spot, because it's basically discovered attack. Yeah, queen c8. You allowed him some chances, I'm actually surprised. Rook h5, like, you know, if white were more careful they could trick you somehow, but alright, I mean, it's that looks like 1500 game, maybe like, let's say 1400. Yeah, I would say like 1450. I don't want to go too far from it, but 1450 seems like reasonable. I mean, sometimes, you know, this is the games that 1000 players can play, but it just doesn't look like 1000. Like, you know, if let's say bishop c5 d4 happened and there could be rook e5 and that could happen on the board, I would say it's definitely 1500 or let's say 1600, but now I mean 1450 is my guess. Let's see what happened. I'm excited. Alright, I mean my guess was, oh man, I feel so bad. Like, my guess was 1450 because it's probably the way black played this game, but 576, I mean, and it's a blitz game as well. Like, black didn't make too many mistakes. Like, that's the problems. I mean, there was, I just can't explain it. Like, it looked like 1500 game. White is only 821, and like, I mean, could be the case. I mean, queen d2, but I mean, it's the move that 1400 could play as well, because people are getting scared of rook on the same file as your queen. But yeah, like, let's say if I saw, let's say bishop c5, if white could have played d4 and then black could have found rook e5, then I would say definitely like 1550 at least. But yeah, unfortunately we didn't see d4, which could be a much more exciting move, because after d4, I mean, I just can't. I mean, 500 player won't find it. Like, there is no way 500 player would find rook e5, because, you know, you gotta be very good tactically to find this move. Alright, I'm actually surprised. I mean, 576 and 821, there is no way I could guess it, because black played well. I mean, the accuracy is pretty high as well, but alright. Let's get to the next game. Once again, in the following game, my viewers play with black pieces, f5, bishop c4, bishop opening on the board, d3, h6. Do not allow bishop g5. Alright, it's actually a smart plan. You play h6, you then play c6 to play d5, and you're making sure that d5 can be played, because bishop g5 will prevent it from happening. c5, b4, I don't like b4, because now you have bishop e4. Bishop b2, d5 takes, bishop b5, knight c6. Oh, this is not the best move, of course. I mean, according to computer, it's best, because I just don't like it. Bishop f2. What? I mean, you could do everything, like from bishop g4 to probably bishop b6 to probably just castling. Bishop f2, knight g4. Oh, so probably what black tried to do is just, I mean, it will be a hard game to evaluate. King g3, queen d6. Alright, f5 is the best move according to computer, because yeah, there's no good way to protect from f4. Knight d5, even here f4 and the king f4, I guess. There's queen f6, there's castle. Queen f6 I think wins the easiest way, because basically, oh man, that looks nasty. But alright, that didn't happen on the board. Queen d6. Oh, what is king h4? Oh, knight f2, cute double checkmate. You know what, it's hard to say, but I mean, black found some really nice moves. I mean, queen d6 has this idea to play e4, right? And you play g5 afterwards. Like, honestly, like, I don't want to say it's 1000 rated game, because it could be like 1200 maybe. And g4, yeah, queen e5, like, but it just looks so good, right? So let me type my guess. Let's say it's 1300 game, and now let's jump into it. Alright, it's 1000 rated game for real, but I mean, black found some real nice moves there. So yeah, I mean, of course white didn't play the best way, but you know, black were able to go and find checkmate. So that's like quite a cute checkmate, I would say. You know, it's kind of cool. So I mean, I'm glad black had this win, but yeah, for me it's like, I was like, yeah, it's not too high, it's not like 1500s, because it was kind of terrible, but at the same time, like, it's not as, you know, as bad as 1000. So I was like, it might be in the middle, so let's say 1250 or 1300. So I was basically trying to kind of guess it, and didn't work out well. So let's get to the next game. Alright, next game, my viewers playing with white pieces starts with d4, knight f3, e3. Alright, plays this kind of weird opening, and black plays something weird as well. d6, knight d2, queen e2, h4, this f4. I mean, I don't like some of the moves, let's say f3, but I guess it's not bad. Knight c4, takes. Alright, it looks really high level here. Queen d2 is best according, and bishop e5 b5. I don't really know what this move is. I just don't understand the idea behind bishop b5. c6, queen d3. Alright. Alright, first of all, yeah, it's probably a 2000 rated game. I mean, there is no way it's below 2000. It could be 1900s. Let's check what happened. Queen b4 takes, bishop d2. Alright. So first of all, queen b6. You know, I wouldn't even try and take this pawn. I would go maybe pin here. I mean, it's 3-minute game, or play bishop c3 because it's just a complete trouble. Queen b6, alright, you attack. So that's why I would say it's not 2200, it's not 2100. Still could be a 2000 rated game. Bishop d2, alright, now you play bishop c3. This. Nah, now I believe it's. Now I believe it might be 1600 rated game. Because I like, look, the point is, like, usually strong players will just come back with a queen, because you still have insane pressure on this diagonal. Like, why you need to develop this strong, basically trade this strong bishop of the board, when you still have a lot of attacking opportunities here. So I would say it's below 1000 now. Alright, looking, you know, in the opening I would say it's like 2200 rated game. Now I don't think so. This, queen d4. This, rook e1, a3, takes. Yeah, I mean, still a good. I mean, rook d1 is the move I don't really understand. Why not play rook e5? You know, put your rook active in the center. Yeah, guys, it looks like it could be 1800 rated game. Oh, what happened there? I mean, what? And flagged, I guess. Oh, I guess it was a flag. I know who could have sent it this game, but there is no way they played it. There is no way they played this. Alright, I mean, it's 3-minute bullet. I mean, it's 3-minute blitz game. I mean, I would say it's 1700 level. I mean, so for 1500 it was too good. Hey, alright, let's guess 1800. 18. Let me type my guess on the screen. And now let's get into the game. Alright, this game was sent to me by my viewer Paul, who is, I'm not sure why you're like playing against 2175. It was some, alright, it was some tournament. But yeah, Paul ended up flagging this guy. Was completely winning. Completely winning. Yeah, some of the moves were just very, very weak. So yeah, I mean, here when you can play rook e1 and just, you know, or even bishop c3, like right away just put the queen on the same, put the bishop and queen on the same diagonal as this knight. I mean, it's a disaster for black pieces. But yeah, I mean, kind of terrible game, and I'm not sure why you even sent it to me. Yeah, I mean, you played well in the opening time, but then, you know, just kind of collapsed. And I'm surprised you flagged this guy. Wait, there was no increment. Yeah, that's right. Alright, now let's jump to the... But yeah, I mean, technically 1800 level is kinda average between those two, so let's jump to the next game. Alright guys, it's the last game of this episode. I think my viewers playing with black pieces, as the black is decide which won the game. Alright, Karakan defense on the board. Bishop c4, not the main move, takes, knight f6. Alright, I mean, white are already playing like complete beginners. d4, knight d4. Oh, I mean, that's below 1500 for sure. Bishop e6. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's like 1100 game probably. As of right now, I'm just looking at it. I mean, here, I don't know, just develop, maybe play e6, maybe play e5. I mean, I don't know, I mean, yeah, here there was rook c8 move, bishop a4, there's b5, so it's like, you know, if rook c8, queen d4, I mean, you can just take or play rook c1, which is a lot better, because now the only move is to play bishop d1, and then you can even take queen d4 and then rook b1, so position is completely winning. So knight b3 got into the end game somehow. Alright, takes. And black are down a pawn. Yeah, it's like, oh, and you continue trading pieces, which is bad. Alright, the position is terrible, I'm not sure how. Alright, took the pawn, now more active, and alright, white blundered this fork. Like, it's really hard to say what's the elo, because I don't like how white played in the opening, I don't like how black handled it. Yeah, I would say 1200. I'll be very surprised if it's below 1000. It can be easily be below 1000, but I just can't believe it's that bad. I believe it's like 1200, so let's try and give my guess. 1200. I hope it is 1200. If it's not, I mean, I should probably retire from Guess The Elo, but alright, let's go. I mean, I mean, what? Like, yeah, I mean, 7. Like, I couldn't even imagine it would be below 1000. Like, because the game wasn't this terrible. Sometimes, you know, I watch the games. I guess it's how people play on this level. But I mean, guys, you couldn't just tell me in the comments. But I just don't think that 1700s can play. I mean, it's definitely, for me, it's above 1000 for sure. I have no idea. I mean, yeah, I know. I mean, both sides were playing terrible, but at the same time, like, maybe I just don't know how 700s play, but for me, just like, I don't think it's the way they play, so, well, alright, I guess I gotta learn the hard way. It was the last game in this episode. Please come on my live streams. I always send the link in chat, and then, you know, we'll just start basically doing live Guess The Elos, and maybe I'll post them afterwards on YouTube or others, so, you know, next time somebody else will come from the people who watch on YouTube and don't watch the live stream. So, hope you guys enjoyed. It was a nasty episode. I don't think I got anything, because it was hard, but it's definitely fun. It's definitely cool to try and Guess The Elo. I'll see you in the next ones. Bye bye.